If anything, in the last few years, we have certainly seen a lot of weird things in the real estate market. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about the top 5 topics that are on consumers' minds about the real estate market in 2023 and what experts expect to happen. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Bru Krebs, your real estate expert here in Atlanta, Georgia. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the 5 hottest topics in the minds of consumers today. And if you do have any questions, be sure to comment those below the video and I'll be more than happy to get you the answers. And be sure that you stay tuned to the end of the video to hear all 5. And please let me know if there are any other topics you'd like me to cover in my videos. You truly are the most important part of the videos, and I appreciate your thoughts. But now, let's get into it. Number 1 hottest topic on consumers' minds right now in 2023 is what caused those home prices to rise so much in the last 2 years? The short answer is high demand and low supply. According to the Federal Housing Finance Agency Home Price Index, the national average on home prices went up 15% in 2021 and 9% in 2020. Historically, prices have really only grown about 5% each year before that. Because of the historically high demand, the Federal Reserve drove down those mortgage rates and the borrowing costs to record lows to better support economic activity. The thought was, let's make those monthly payments on expensive homes more manageable. But while that was happening, the number of homes for sale declined as many people were waiting out the COVID-19 pandemic and its effect on the marketplace. The number 2 question on everybody's minds right now is what are going to happen to those prices in 2023? With a rise in mortgage rates, we've seen new and existing home sales slow down considerably. According to the National Association of Realtors, existing home sales were down almost 20% when compared year over year. At the same time, median home prices sold somehow went up 7.7%. Demand may have slowed in most major markets, but the number of homes for sale continues to be at historic lows. Experts predict that the national average home prices would continue to rise, but it'll be at a much slower pace than the past 2 years. For 2023, the Mortgage Bankers Association and Fannie Mae predict existing home price growth to be 3.1% and 3.2% respectively. In summary, potential buyers might not have to deal with as much competition, but those property appraisals are likely to remain high. The number 3 question on everybody's mind right now is there going to be another one of those housing crashes we saw like in 2007 and 8? Pretty much everyone agrees that this is not going to happen. We're not seeing those same market conditions we saw as like a housing bubble compared to 2007 and 2008. During the period leading up to that bubble burst, too many mortgage companies were greenlighting buyers who didn't have the financial qualifications to manage those monthly payments. Back then, many home loans were made with no money down on the property, so the buyers didn't even have any equity. As home prices eventually declined significantly, this made it easier for the homeowner to walk away from the house, which created that huge market crash. But today, mortgage qualifiers have a much stronger credit profile in equity and in their properties. According to the New York Federal Reserve, most home loans made over the last 2 years have gone to those with high credit scores of 760 or better, rather than those low credit scores of the pre-housing bubble period. In addition, the housing market in 2007 had a huge surplus of homes for sale. And in the decade before the COVID-19 pandemic, new home construction did not keep up with the demands of the growing population. And the number 4 question on everybody's mind right now is, with the price increases, is housing affordability an issue for the U.S. economy? The high cost of housing and increasing mortgage rates have made it much more difficult to afford a home this last year. But this has been a problem in the economy for several years, with the lack of affordable housing being an issue since the Great Recession. As the supply of homes becomes tighter, builders are incentivized to construct larger homes with more significant profit margins. With an increase in the availability of these higher price segments, builders have slowly begun moving down the price point scale. And the number 5 question on everybody's mind is, how does that remote work and mobility affect the housing market? Working from home truly became the reality for many individuals during the pandemic, and the latest list from CRE identified remote work and mobility as an important influence on the real estate market. As the report notes, The pandemic universally caused a movement away from those urban cores, particularly in those higher incomes who could afford to move, and for lower income individuals seeking the lower cost of living. Most of these relocations remain within their original region though, 84% of them. And while some are returning, it is unknown as to the permanence of these movements or whether they represent a true urban exodus. With the added mobility remote work offers, where people are moving and where they can ultimately purchase a home is less dependent on their physical office location. This newfound flexibility is giving remote workers the opportunity to move to more affordable areas and buy more home for their money. And those are the top 5 topics on consumers' minds as we head into 2023. If you have any topics you'd like me to answer, please comment or text me. Text me those anytime. I really would love to hear from you. And if you did like this video, please show me some love by liking, commenting, and sharing the video. And please consider subscribing to my channel and clicking that little bell button to be notified when those new videos come out. Thank you so much for watching today. I say this with the most sincere gratitude. And if you did like this video, be sure to watch the next one that comes up on your screen because I picked it just for you.